She proudly sang, "I will vote for Trump," smiling on camera, convinced she was doing the right thing. But now the smile is gone. Her husband detained by IC, the very system she supported.
Janet voted for Donald Trump to remove undocumented immigrants. She voted for everything that Donald Trump stands for, and she got exactly what she wanted, but she's doing a lot of crime these days. I do not understand it. She got exactly what she wanted. Well, maybe not. See, what had happened was Janet's husband got scooped up by ICE. Yeah, man. I ain't got no problem with that, but some of y'all do, so let's talk about it.
Sorry, but I'm not sorry. So, you mean to tell me that the women who helped rally so many of those Cuban American votes, so many of those Latino votes, singing that song, the "I will vote Donald Trump," you mean to tell me that her husband was detained by ICE immediately after not receiving or not getting approval after his immigration meeting? They were waiting for him right outside of the office. They detained him right as soon as he exited the office. And they placed him on expedited removal from the United States. What a betrayal. If only there was a group of people that was trying to tell you guys not to do that. If only there was a group of people trying to tell you guys not to vote for that man. But you didn't care. Instead, you went and campaigned for that man. "I will vote Donald Trump." You sang that song proudly with your entire chest. And now, it's not even just her husband, y'all. They saying that it's other family members that have gotten detained. They are literally ripping her family apart, member by member, literally. And the fact that they're not even giving you any time to be able to say your goodbyes, they immediately detained him as soon as he walked out of that meeting.
Do I regret voting for Donald Trump? 100,000 times yes. The mass deportation that is happening, I mean, the unconstitutional rights that are happening, all of the AI bills that are being signed right now. I mean, I can go on and on. The banning of different countries from coming into America, that was my last straw. And I think a lot of people who voted for Donald Trump also say the same thing.
I miss who I was before Donald Trump came into power. It's hard enough being a human, an adult, a woman, a mother, but waking up every day with this sense of dread and rage. I miss the person I used to be. I miss the country I thought we were.
MAGAs regret voting for Trump. I don't give a fuck! You're a bunch of hateful, stupid idiots that deserve to lose your jobs and to deserve to be deported yourself.
I just want to very quickly clear the air for all the libs out there. Myself and the other maggots are very happy that we voted for Trump. I'm very proud of him, actually. Look, you may not like maggots, but he united us. He united us against science. He united us against common sense. And he especially united us against prosperity. I didn't vote for things to get better. I voted so that the libs who made me insecure on TV would feel pain. Am I feeling pain? Sure. But all that matters is that we're all going down together. That is the American dream. At the end of the day, I don't want to be right. I want to be cruel. And I don't know, I think that's really beautiful.
You care about that, right? You want hardworking Americans. Okay, great. Then why didn't you vote for Kamala Harris, who wanted to do a 25% down payment on a home for people that are struggling to live paycheck for paycheck? Why didn't you vote for Kamala Harris, who does not, hold on. I'm going to tell you who's going to pay for it. That was my next point. Donald Trump gave the biggest tax breaks to the top 1% in this country and his billionaire friends. Kamala Harris wanted to lower the tax bracket to 27% for income families that are making under $400,000 total income. Donald Trump is going to do the opposite, just like he did in his first administration. So I believe you, sir, David, when you say you think it's terrible that people can't afford a home, that people are losing homes. I'm with you 100% on that. Then why would you vote against your interest and vote for a guy by the name of Donald J. Trump, Trump, who does not want to give tax breaks to those that are struggling, who does not want to give a $25,000 down payment to people that are struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. Why do people like you vote against your own interests?
So when you're saying that she was going to tax other people, so
yes,
other
yes,
people
the top 1%. The top, no, that's not how it works. She doesn't want to give. I'm going to explain it. I'm explaining it to you. She doesn't want to give the biggest tax breaks in decades to billionaires and CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. Most Democrats agree with Kamala Harris that they want the rich to pay their fair share. Now, what do I mean by that? I'll tell you why. If you're making $25,000 a year, you shouldn't be paying the same percentage on taxes as somebody like an Elon Musk. But MAGA Republicans and the people, with all due respect, that you voted for, Donald Trump, do not want to change their tax bracket percentage-wise to the billionaires. You see, if billionaires paid a higher percentage on their taxes and those living paycheck to paycheck got a break on their taxes, which is exactly what Kamala Harris wanted to do, then the people that you say you're...
other people paying for my house. They're paying a higher percentage.
It's not
that money, and then
it's not. It's not. It's a because it's a loan, and over time you would have to pay it back. And you know why they'd be able to pay it back? Because Kamala Harris, wait for it, wanted to lower their taxes. It was in her plan that so many people, maybe people like you, said Kamala Harris, wait for it, wanted to lower their taxes.
Francisco and Cynthia Olvera, you are the next Trumper contestants on Fuck Around and Find Out. Francisco, who voted for Trump as an American citizen, says he wants his vote back after his wife, Cynthia, has been detained by ICE and is being deported back to Canada. And what's crazy about this is not only are they Trump supporters, as she is here illegally, but she came into the country as a small girl through Canada. And then she actually got deported in 1999 back to Canada.
As sad and unfortunate as this story and several others are, it's getting to the point where it's the same story over and over. Trump supporters are starting to realize that they were duped by Donald Trump, their dear leader. And it's not until things start happening to them that they all of a sudden start to wake up and realize that this man is bad news. I think it's time for all of you Trump supporters to start doing a deep dive into your souls and start to understand that all of this is happening and will continue to happen until y'all come up out of that cult. You were so angry with the Democrats because you lacked understanding about what the Democrats were actually doing to try to help you. You were so angry at one another and your fellow Americans for whatever the reason. It could be because, the misogyny. It could be because of your racism. It could be whatever you got. You got some sort of schism going on. But all of that is what Donald Trump leveraged to get you to believe that he was going to free you and make your lives better.
Her husband voted for Trump, his family voted for Trump, and now they're having buyer's remorse. As he told KGTV, he wants his vote back. Now his wife may soon be deported. He will be in the United States with his 3 children. More and more people who voted for Trump are clearly having buyer's remorse. Spread the word, follow along for more, and subscribe to my Substack at the link in bio to support my...
No one deserves to go through something like this behind bars. He has lived in Florida for more than half his life and worked for the same construction job for many decades. Every day that goes without him here is a day lost forever. This is about being human, about love, connection, and presence. The one thing he needs the most is the one thing that we're being kept from giving him, which is us. I feel that it would be immoral and inhumane to let a man who is suffering, who is terminally ill, spend what little time he has left in pain and isolation. Please don't let him die in a cell. Please don't let his vital memories be of those of pain and isolation. The American flag stands for compassion, kindness, liberty, and justice for all. We're all human, and today I'm asking for one human act of compassion to please let my dad come home.
Short time later, he started using a hashtag Clinton body count, okay? The president of the United States. And it seems as if he started this whole thing to somehow throw mud on the Clintons. That's what it started as. He really wanted to blame them and do something on their, on their behalf, okay? However, what started happening was D'Souza and some Lynn Payton, all these other MAGA influencers started using hashtag Clinton body count, and it started to pick up steam. So now we're in 2020, and we've got these MAGA influencers now digging deeper into the story of Epstein. And they already believe that there's a deep state and that the wealthy get cover up and get special treatment for crimes they commit. And this guy, Epstein, who, yes, is a scumbag, totally fit into that. And they started finding out that he might have had a client list and a blackmail list because of the way he had things set up. So these MAGA influencers started talking about the protection of these high-profile people in the United States getting special treatment, and that this Epstein guy we had to have all the information on him, or we wouldn't uncover this deep state. So this is where Kash Patel came in, and this Dan Bongino guy. They were influencers, podcasters, and they really leaned into it. Now, as we all know, they're DOJ and FBI, but they started talking about unearthing the files. Donald Trump never talked about unearthing the files. He only tried to blame the Clintons. And then he shut up until now. And you know how I know that? Because I searched the internet and I wanted to see how many times Donald Trump talked about Epstein since his first little tweet or retweet in August of 2019. And it was 0 times. He stopped talking about it until the other day when he was like, who keeps talking about this? We're over this creep. We don't have anything to say. There's nothing here. Don't look, okay? That's the last time, 2019, when he tried to blame the Clintons, and then a couple of days ago. Now, you might be asking, why does this catch on with them so bad? A couple of things are really important. The fact that he died in a federal prison, this Epstein guy, created suspicion for a lot of people. My goodness, you would think in such a prison there was, protection and whatnot. Okay, so that's one thing. The other thing is there is no doubt that Trump's retweets in 2019 of a conspiracy of a sort definitely fueled and put the spotlight on this case. And so, ironically, he's the one that started it all. He brought it up in 2019, and he's the one that can't shut it up. And finally, MAGA's distrust of all the institutions, this just fueled their distrust. And there you have it. That is the reason why MAGA is so obsessed with this case, because of Trump. Ironic, isn't it?
I don't know if y'all seen that creator that was making a few posts about how her dad is being detained by ICE and he is terminally ill. And then she's supposed to have a meeting with ICE to see if he can be released due to medical reasons. The way she tells the story, he only has about maybe 6 months to live. He's wheelchair bound, like he needs help, like the whole nine, like it's bad. He's dying. So I watched the video, and she had the meeting with ICE and they denied it. But then what's worse is she voted for Trump. Let her tell it, she didn't dig that deep into Trump when she voted for him. That was one of the main things that man was campaigning about. So how you missed that, I don't know. So in all actuality, you voted against your own family. So of course now she's been asking for everyone to help. She's been writing letters, news, and nobody's getting back to her. Now, I definitely feel bad because no one deserves to live the rest of the end of their life like that. I don't believe in that. But this is what you voted for and the choices that you made, and now this is the hand that you're dealt. You didn't do homework on him, on the deportation and the immigrant. I mean, I don't know what you want the people to do, to be honest. Like, you voted for that, and this is where we are. Yeah.
That's what's been happening the last few days. I just want to let you all know right now, like, I'm in neither one of your fucking cults, okay? If you want me to be in your cult, you can go fuck off. I'm not in the Dem cult. I'm not a Republican cult. I'm a free American. I'll make my own fucking decisions, and I'll say whatever the fuck I want about whatever president is in power, okay? Simple as that. I don't give a fuck what you guys have to say. No, I mean it. It's like, but if you actually care about what's happening in the country, maybe you would want to talk to some different people, and maybe you would hope to build a coalition and move some votes back over to the Democrats if you think that they have a better idea for America. But obviously that's not what you want. But God forbid we shine a light on the people who...
You know what I'm getting a lot of? You talked to him, you platformed him, as if he was at 0%. And then we talked to him and then he won the election. As if he had fucking no shot of winning.
Hold on.
People were like, this guy's a monster, he's not a human being. Then we humanize him. That's what he keeps saying.
I'll let you go first. Well, it's just that I have an issue understanding what is wrong with that statement. Without someone being at 0% or at 15 or at 50 or even at 99, you can contribute to that. You don't have to necessarily make someone go from unknown to 100%. If you add a little 5% to a certain mass, a certain population, if you humanize them and you don't say the things that you were saying in front of them, then there's kind of a, where was the energy? Where's that energy? And of course, you can definitely do everything that you want to do. You're your own person, your own man, you all make your decision. Absolutely. But when you do those things, you can acknowledge the ramification of what you're doing as well. Okay. That's just a fact. That I don't see I don't see the big thing with that statement.
No. You're being too diplomatic. He's being a fucking rat. He's being a rat. Okay, if I say you stole, you're like, I didn't steal all the money. Nobody said you stole all the money. You're being a fucking idiot, okay? You are. At the end of the day, did you participate in his improving image? Yes, that's it. This whole thing of, I didn't steal all, what kind of defense is that? It's so brain dead, you have to believe that Akash is doing this intentionally. I don't believe that's an accident. And then Schultz being like, oh, let's play into this mind. Nobody said you guys are the reasons the motherfucker won. But you yourself know that you contributed to that, and you know it's important.
Action have sequences, and something the price is paid at home as the foul season continues. Men realize too late what their vote truly mean. If you have liked the video, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe on IO Trends for more trending video.